Hey everyone, this is Shelly, Lena Fitness Evolution. We are in the brand new year 2026, and I have been pretty much out of pocket for a good long time. I'm going to say well over maybe even 5 to 6 months with Lena Fitness. Um, as a result, of course, yes, I have gained some more weight, and not like in a horrible way. I'm I'm still, fighting with the hormones of menopause and premenopause and things like that. I just turned 52, and I'm just now starting to learn a balance about how hormones are affecting my body and what's happening and what I need to do and what I need to change. I've been doing a lot of research, reading, and picking up different kinds of supplements, natural supplements that are going to help me get to my goal. So the goal is by the end of the year to be 25 to 35 pounds lighter. Right now I'm at 164, which not even just the BMI. The BMI, I mean, yeah, it's a good tool, but a lot of instructors are not using the BMI reader as much anymore because there's a lot of other factors that come along with that. I personally, I'll use it just to get the fat percentage, but I'm looking more at my fat percentage versus what that BMI is telling me. And it's not to say, like I said, that BMI tracker or the BMI, calculation is a good starting point for everybody, I think. And you can find calculators online anywhere, they're all free. So it's just a couple of things that you input there and they'll give you some information. But what I do have, a very good tool that we have here, is our scale. I have a scale that I can step on. It's VeriSync scale, and that thing, you step on it bare feet, and it gives you a good reading as to your body fat, your subcutaneous fat, your water, content, how much water you have in your body, if it's low or if you're dehydrated, things like that. It's a very good tool for me to start using again. We've had issues where we couldn't sync with it, so we're trying to get that resolved. That way I can start using that again and get me a better understanding of where I'm at, completely with my body. You don't have to buy fancy equipment like this. All you need to do is basically do your BMI, get your percentage, and go from there and do some research. And you can find out, just by going online, where you need to be as far as your weight and your body composition. Of course, I'm going to get in a little bit more into the way I really want to look, and I want to look a little bit, and I've always wanted to get this, even when I was working out with my personal trainer, David Tran at uh dude, my brain goes blank a lot now. It's Temple Construction. I was with Temple Construction for just about 2 years, I believe, maybe more, maybe 2 years. My husband and I, that's where we met. And I paid attention to what David had to say and the other trainers, Jimmy, Michael, and everybody else there. And I paid attention to what they were doing, how they were training, what they were saying, and what they were saying as far as, supplements and how your body's working. So that pushed me. I had already had an idea of where I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a trainer, but that helped me push a little bit more into actually getting my certification and, trying to do a little bit better for myself. And now my husband yells at me all the time. CJ yells at me all the time because I am not doing what I need to do, and I know I need to do this. I know exactly what I need to do. I know what's right and I know what's wrong, and I know what's affecting my body more than other things. I know this. Have I wanted to do it? No. And we all get there. We all get to the point where we just don't want to, flat out don't want to do it. Why? Because it's hard. It takes more effort. It takes more time. I have to get up early. I have to get my supplements together. I have to get my, smoothies together. I have to stop eating all the junk food, all the sugar, slow down on the coffee, drink more water, get out and do more stuff. And it's not hard. No, it's not hard. But when you're so used to a certain kind of lifestyle and a certain way that you're living and a certain way that you're comfortable with, it's always, always going to be hard to get out of your comfort zone. Some people can do it, pretty well. And it's challenging. It's not hard. It's going to be a challenge for them. and they take it on as that. And that's what I kind of want to vision myself as. This is going to be a new challenge for me, but not a challenge that I've never seen before or done before or accomplished before. I've done it. CJ and I did it together, but I have to learn how to do it for me, because I feel like right now I can't tell or give advice or claim to be a trainer. And this is just me, because there's trainers that look every kind of way out there. But for me personally, I don't want to be out there pumping all this information and all this. You got to do this and give me one more and give me 10 more and all this other stuff the way David used to push me. If I don't feel the part, much less look the part. And I'm not saying I want to be toned and I want to be jacked and I want to have all these muscles. No, I just want to look like a healthy form. I want to have a healthy body composition, and it's body composition that I'm looking for. I want a healthy body composition. After I get there, and if I want to improve on that, well, then at that point it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy for me to adjust what I'm eating, what I'm doing, how I'm working out, to get to the next level of where I want to go. But for right now, I want to focus on my body composition. Right now, I am totally unhappy with the way I look right now. And the way I look right now is not horrible. And it's fixable, and it's doable, and it's doable in a quick amount of time if I focus and pay attention and do what I need to do. And I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. And I know there are a lot of people out there that know they need to do something, but have no idea where to go. So I need to put myself in a position to be more diligent about giving this information out to people and help guiding them along the way. Now, of course, I can't give you all the tips and tricks. I need to make money. Everybody needs to make money right now. We all need money. So yes, I'm going to give you the basic, 1, 2, 3. Anything past that, of course, we can talk more, and I want to talk more, and I want to start going back into writing programs. When I was in Camp Gladiator, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, maybe even more. But when I was with Camp Gladiator, that is an outdoor group fitness program. And I had a group in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and a group at 6:30 at night that I would train. And I was so happy doing that. And I loved running the programs, and I loved being able to be there and do that for them. But I still wasn't in my best shape. My knees were jacked. I couldn't do a lot of the work, but I knew what they needed to do, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to just have the knowledge of what people need to do to make themselves better and me not try to heal myself, because there's some things that I need to heal. My arm's jacked up from when we went to Harvest. I haven't really done any rehab on it, so I need to fix my arm, my shoulder actually. I don't think it's anything major. I don't think I pulled any ligaments, tendons, anything. I don't think the rotator is damaged. I just think it's from me jumping into doing a couple of movements, repetitive movements that I've never done in my life. And they were very demanding moves, because this stuff was heavy. So I wasn't physically ready with my upper body. Already, most women don't have very good upper body strength. So me going into that position and doing that kind of work repetitively over and over and over, I think I didn't damage it, but I do think I aggravated enough in there that I seriously need to focus on what the hell's wrong. My knees have been jacked from I don't know when, since I had my kids. One hyperextended, the other one, I guess from compensation from the hyperextended knee, is now, giving me crap. So I don't know. But the good thing is I did go to a sports medicine doctor. They did give me some rehab information that I didn't go to actual physical rehab, but I opted for a rehab app, which I paid some money for. And I'm really glad I did, because I'm able to use that information, that app, whenever I need to restart my rehab journey and do what I need to do. And I'm very grateful that I went that track versus going to an actual physical rehab center and probably just having to rehab for that short period of time. And now I'm over here, my knees are messed up again, and I got to pay for rehab again. No, I paid for this app. I have this information and knowledge with me. I can use it whenever I need to, and that helps me tremendously. And it helps me incorporate some of that knowledge into what I'm doing with my people that I train. So I'm really going to be trying. I'm really needing to do this. Like I said, I just turned 52. I'm feeling a lot of pressure from me, myself, my body, that if I don't start correcting this now, it's going to be extremely more difficult for me to do it later, if that makes any sense. But like we always say, you didn't get unhealthy overnight. It took time. It took months, days, months, years to get unhealthy. So it's not going to take 2 weeks for you to get healthy. By no means. It is all a journey. And it's a journey that you consciously or unconsciously are taking. Unconsciously, you're getting unhealthy and you don't even realize it. And by the time you get there, I don't want it to be too late for a lot of people. But if you're starting to feel some pressure on yourself and feeling like maybe, my body's not feeling right, maybe this is the right time for you to do it. And we don't want to do the new year, new you resolution or anything like that. So no, that's not what I do. That's not what I've ever put out there. I've never put out diets. I've never put out, things that you're just going to do, temporarily for you to lose that 5-10 pounds for the wedding. No, that's not what I want to do. I've never worked that way. I always say lifestyle habit changes. This has to be a lifestyle change, a habit change. Your habits need to improve. Your lifestyle will improve automatically if your habits change. If your will to do things differently changes, automatically your lifestyle changes for the better, I hope. And I hope we can all get there. But like I said, I'm going to be doing Luna Fitness a little bit more, trying to build up what I'm doing. I've done a lot of soul searching and thinking over the past few months, and especially when I went out in October to North Dakota to go do this job. We're maybe going to be doing it again. I'm not sure yet what the cards have in store for us. But if I do, I don't want to go out there the way I was last year. And I was struggling last year. The work wasn't hard, but it challenged my body, and I thought I was stronger than that. And I wasn't. So I need to do something better for me before I can even start saying, okay, I'm good, let's do this for you. But I definitely hope and pray that people will walk with me on my journey, and we can talk together and hash out problems that we're all having. And maybe in the middle of all this, we're all going to start getting healthier and having a different mindset as to how we need to live and what habits we need to change, or you may need to get rid of some habits altogether. And there are some that I know I really should get rid of. I'm probably not. But I do know that I am extremely modifying those habits. Extremely. And they're not bad habits. It's like drinking alcohol and drinking coffee. Those have always been my bad habits. Always, always, always. Probably always will be. But I can bring them down to the bare minimum. I know I can. I know I have to at this point. So walk with me on my journey. Let's see how this one goes. I know I've said it before, and I just get so overwhelmed with stuff that it just becomes so much. And I look at, my past trainer, and I look at David, and I see everything that he's doing, everything that he's done, how he tears himself into 10 different pieces. I don't understand how he does it. But people do it. And it's not just him. There are other people out there. They do it. And it's not just trainers. It's a lot of different people. It's a lot of different people that have the ability and the will and the drive to tear themselves into bits and pieces, so that, and not in a bad way, not in a bad way by any means. I'm not saying this is bad, but they have the ability to manage themselves and compartmentalize themselves and put themselves in this one today, this one tomorrow, this one the next day, and it all just meshes together and works for them. And I haven't figured that part out yet. And I pray that this year, and I'm hoping that this year, and I know that this year will be the year that I figure out how to do all that. My drive has never been bigger. It's not never, but it's been a long time since I've seen a moment that we can breathe, settle down, and be in one space so that we can start creating and doing what we need to do. And we're going to be stationary again for a little while. And this time we need to take full advantage of it. Last time, there was a lot that we were learning just living on the road, outside of a house, in an RV, and living off land and living with bare minimum necessities as far as your home. No AC, no running water, minimal electricity. It was a challenge just learning some of those things, and a lot of that put everything else on the back burner because I was so overwhelmed and I couldn't see the end of that. And we're there now. We're to a point where we figured it out. We know how to do those things now, and we know how to do them better, and we know how to do them with a better advantage. So now we're ready to focus more on our businesses and what we've been doing and what we've been talking about, and really get things done now. So that's where I'm at. I hope you join me. I hope you follow. Even if you just leave words of encouragement for me, I would be greatly appreciative of all that. Love you guys.